Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Yvette and today we're going to be painting another watercolor. This time it's going to be a sunset, an ocean, and a house light. This is the painting that we're going to be doing today. I have two samples for you to share. Just let me. So the first one, if you notice, the background of the colors are more in the purple, bluish, orange, and a little pinkish. And the second sample is more in the pink area. And I want to share with you these two pictures, like that you can decide when you're painting what is like better for you. Okay, so I'm going to mix the colors. So I'm going to put aside this and I'm going to share the picture in the screen. This is a picture and this is my palette. Okay, so the colors that we're going to be working today is yellow, cadmium yellow. This is an orange, cadmium orange. This is the pink, is a rose. I have here is a permanent rose, cerulean blue. This is a purple and this is a blue indigo. Okay, I have my glass of water here with the two containers. One container is to clean my brush and the another one is to use it in my paints. Also I have my spray, water spray, to activate the pigments if I need it. Okay, brushes. So for the background I want to use this new brush. Is Yasamuto, is 3 inches, and I like the way that grab like the paint and the water, and you're going to be able to see it today. So it's for the background. Then I have, because I don't want to be washing my brushes because of the time, I have this big round number 22. Then I have a flat one, just in case if we need it, is number 8. Then another flat one is 1.5, and a small flat one that is number 8. And the thin ones, I have a number 0, round number 0, and I have a very thin one that is a short liner 18/0. Okay, for all the little details of the trees and the little house and the little eagles. Okay, so I have my pencil and I have my eraser. So that's my brush. This is my Arch watercolor paper. Is 300 grams and is a hot press. Okay, and what I did, I don't know if you can see, there is a soft line. So it's not a half of the paper, it's a little bottom of the paper, and this is going to be my horizon line. So I have my special eraser here because I want to soft the line. Because remember guys, all the pencil that you use in watercolor is going to stay in the painting. So that's why you need to have a very soft lines after using your pencil. Okay, and I use my regular HB pencil. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare my background. And what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be wetting all the background and I'm going to be adding all the colors. And then the step 2 is I'm going to be not peeling, like cleaning some of the colors to make some of these white, you know, waves. That is the white of the paper. And the moon, I'm going to also, not the moon, sorry, the sun. I'm going to clean a little dot for the sun. And then I'm going to dry it. That's the first step. Okay, so let's start by applying water. So I'm going to use my new big brush, and you say I want to be sure that is clean. And I'm going to start wetting all my paper. I tape the paper in this board, and I like it because it's going to stay white, a nice white frame all around. And I use the white, the light of my lamps, to be like sure that all the paper is wet. So now I'm going to start by applying a little bit of my yellow, cadmium yellow, and you can see some of the hairs. And I'm going to start in whatever is my line is where I'm going to apply the first color. So we're going to be working at the same time the sky and the ocean. And remember that when the watercolor is dry, you're going to lose like between 30 and 40% of the intensity, so don't feel like, oh, it's too much. No. So now I'm going to apply some of the orange. That's my chair. First in the top and then in the bottom. It came a bunch. And I want to add some spray in the middle just to be sure that the colors are going to be blending each other nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to clean my brush as much as I can, because I'm going to let it a little bit in the water, and I'm going to move to my next brush, and I want to grab a little bit of the pink. I want to add some lines in pink. And remember, whatever you add in the sky, you need to add in the bottom, okay? And the pink is a very nice color, so I don't want to be like worried to add too much. So now I'm going to move to my next color, that is going to be my cerulean blue. And at the bottom too. And I'm going to change my brush for the one that I was using, the flat one. If your paper start getting dry, it's better to wet it again with the spray, because we're mixing the colors, and it's very important in this stage that your paper is wet enough. Okay, so then I want to grab a little bit of my purple, and the purple is going to be in the top. And in this point, I'm going to move the angle of the paper, because I want the paint to start moving towards the bottom. That's why it's important to have enough wet paper. And also I'm going to add here in the bottom. Okay, use your spray. And now I want to move it just aside. and you can see the colors moving. And I'm going to flip my paper and do it backwards. Sorry. On the top. Okay. When you feel that the colors are like blending the way you like, I'm giving a little more time to this color to move. I can see here is coming. I don't know if you can see it, but the watercolor is coming. This part of the watercolor I really love, guys. It's so gentle and so beautiful. Okay, and now I'm going to set it this way and I'm going to dry it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean some of the lines. I can see the soft line of the pencil, and I have here a piece of the tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it because the important line is the bottom one. Okay, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab my flat brush and be like sure that it's clean. So I'm going to have a clean napkin or kitchen towel, whatever you have, and I'm going to start peeling the color. So I don't know if you can see it, but by doing this I am like rubbing the paper very soft and gentle, and the color is in the kitchen towel. This line is going to help us to divide the horizon from the sea and the sky. And let me check on your comments. Okay, good. That's why it's very important, guys, to clean each time your brush and to have a good quality paper, because not all the papers you can be peeling the color, like erasing the color. Okay, so now the same technique, we're going to clean some areas. Look, can you see the orange in the paper? Whatever lines that you want to add, try the lines to be like close to the horizon, tiny ones, and close to you, large ones. But remember to clean your brush each time, because you don't want to bring like the orange into the blue and vice versa. Let's do some tiny ones here. Okay, we can add more tiny ones this part. And we can clean later on more. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take out this tape, very soft, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back and tape it, but this time I'm going to tape also the white line. Let me just go close. There you go. Okay, and I'm going to use my pencil. Okay, pencil. Okay, I have here my pencil, and I'm going to trace the house light and some of the like mountain and some of the trees. Okay, let me check on you. Okay, good. So for here, you know, let's do this. Let's place the sun, because we're peeling. So let me just go back. You can use again the same brush or something more with the more strong, need to be like these are to use for acrylic, so need to be the bristles, strong bristles. So I want to have the sun. Let's do it here. So I'm doing like a little circle, and then I'm cleaning. With the edge of my brush, I am cleaning the paint. Okay, and when we take out this tape, we're going to add the reflection the same side, kind of like a here, okay, because need to be like a proportion, the same side. So now I'm going to use my HB pencil. Let me check on you. This is paper, and I dried the paper before I start drawing everything is very, very important. Good question, Angie. Need to be super dry your paper or your canvas, whatever you are using, before drawing. Or you know, also what you can do, you can draw before start the project, whatever works good for you. So I start by adding, you know, kind of like I want to say mountains or hills. Okay, then the lighthouse need to be close to the edge, right? So it's going to be here, the lighthouse. So my middle line is going to be how tall I want the house light. Then the house light has like the bottom part is bigger than the top one. So what you can do is to add 2 little dots, and then the same size here need to be here. You can even use your ruler if you don't feel like doing everything freehand. From here to here, okay? And very soft. Then we need to add like a rectangle. Let me do a zoom in. Sorry, I just want to do a zoom in for you guys to see better. Just I need to remember to go back where I was. So a rectangle here, that actually is where the light is. And then it has like a, I want to say like a little triangle in the top. And then it has like a rail. And a little window in the middle. This is kind of like a the shape, and we can add a little house. Add it more bigger, something like this. And then maybe a shed here, and here 2 trees, and then we're going to add more pines here and the edge. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be painting it with I'm going to be painting it with my blue indigo, and I'm doing a zoom out for you to be able to see the complete thing. So the outlines are going to be, I'm going to be using my short liner, and I have here my blue indigo, and I'm going to just imagine that it's like a rocks. So irregular, it's a regular ground, and then I'm going to add the first line, then the square, rectangle. It's a little like between a square and rectangle, and the triangle. And I'm going to outline the window, because like that I know where I don't need to go. Now I'm going to change my brush. For my 0, I'm going to add water, and I'm going to be touching besides the line that I paint with my brush with water. Just be careful, do not paint inside the window, okay? Because we want to have like yellow transparent color there. So I'm going to grab more color, more blue indigo, and as the sun is this way, we can see and imagine that these shadows, right? So I see more shadows in my right side than in my left. And I'm going to go back with my tiny brush because I loaded with my blue and I want to do some like lines. That are going to be like part of the brick. Now I'm going to change again, back and forth with my number 0. And I want to start painting the rest of the, I don't know how you call it, guys, like shore. So go back and forth with your tiny brush just to outline the little tiny roof of the houses, and the rest you can use the number 0. To use more paint, check on you guys. Okay. And there is more ways to paint this one. Let me share with you. Another way is to using again your small brush loaded with the blue, and this is faster. I want to use the thin brush in the area of the house light, but in this part you can just go and do this. Water. Go back to my small 0. And to the little tiny one, because I'm going to be painting some little tiny pines here. In this little house, I want to just correct the roof. Let's keep painting. We have here more trees. And you can imagine there are some bushes, trees. Different sizes. Just adding some leaves to this pine. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the house light because I want to add more definition into the bricks. So let me do a zoom in again. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way. There you go. With my thin brush. My paint is not super strong. It has water. And in this point, the lines are not straight. It has a little angle. And then I'm going to add a little like vertical lines in between the horizon lines, just to show that there are bricks. So, and the bricks need to be in between bricks. Not all are the same line. Okay? So if I start these new lines in between the previous ones and the same. Okay. Let me change my brush, and I want to add a little shadow in this part and more shadow on my right side. And this is dry paper now. I'm going to grab a little bit more of water, and the other side. Irregular. It's not a straight line, it's irregular line. With the same blue and less water, because I want to have it like darker. I want to add some dots in the bottom that will represent some bushes. Going to add more bushes all around. And in some point you can like make just these lines. And I'm going to make some like windows. You know how the lighthouse has this inside, they have this stair, and they have these windows. And they're like rectangles. Okay, so in the top, I'm going to define better first the ceiling. Then there is, I imagine there is like type of like a metal. Like this. We're going to leave it alone, and here we can just define better our trees or bushes. And also the last ones. Same color all the time. Indigo blue. Okay, so now I'm going to do a zoom out because it's time to peel the paint, the masking. And you can see how beautiful the line is. And here we have our sun, and let's clean again our brush. Clean paper, clean brush, and the moon. Sorry, I insist the sun is going to be here because it's a sunset. Okay. So now that we have this set, now we're going to start adding more of the movement of the water. Okay, the first color that I'm going to be adding is going to be the orange that we used before. So I'm going to be using the same flat brush. Here I have my orange with water. Just be careful that your brush is super clean. Let's clean better this brush. A little bit of water to my orange because I want to have like a glaze. And I'm going to start by applying little tiny strokes in the top. I'm going to flip a little bit my painting, just a little bit, to be able to reach here. And what I'm doing is I'm moving my hand from left to right, but I'm just like touching it, the paper, and by doing that I am like stamping the line. More water here. You can even go in front of the moon, the sun. Do not paint the white lines that we erase, okay? That one we want to keep. Good. So now I'm gonna grab some of my lightest blue, that is my cerulean blue, and I'm going to be cleaning my brush. So I'm adding some of my lightest blue, my cerulean blue, and I'm going to start adding these shadows first into the blue to understand the color, and then I'm going to start moving this way. again close to the house light, the stroke need to be tiny. Close to you, the stroke need to be like larger. Let me grab a little more color so that you can see better. By doing these strokes, left to right, you are giving the effect of the movement of the water. So in here I'm going to add more like a purple because I want to keep the color more bright. So I'm going to grab the purple with a lot of water again, and I'm going to start here just to control the color. And now I can see a beautiful shadow here. Grab more water. Again, do not cover the light areas of the waves, okay? Moving with this tone with very tiny strokes because we want the strokes to be more like a light shadow. That's why it's very soft, the purple. Hi Helen. Tiny stroke left to right. And it's better to add like a soft color and then come back and add more color that since the beginning to add a super dark color and then regret it, because in watercolor you cannot erase. You can erase the way that I show you, but you cannot erase a complete paint, you know. And remember, if you check your color wheel, the yellow and the purple looks good together. So that's why I decided to go more with the purple into the shadows. Okay, so I'm going to grab again more purple, but this time a little stronger, and I'm going just to add some strokes this area without covering my white waves. And I think with these shadows, with this color, you're going to be able to see it better. So close to me are large. And here I'm going to add some but more this right side has more like color than the left side. So I'm going to grab again a little more. Again. Add some lighter. So I add water into my brush because I want to have some shadows here. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit of my indigo, and while I'm waiting this to be dry, what I'm going to do with the blue indigo, thank you, I'm going to come close to the shore, but remember that we peel a white line. Okay, we're going to keep it. And then I wanna change my brush for the 01, and I'm going to start adding some like tiny lines. And it's going to be the reflection into the water. And as the water has movement, you cannot paint. You don't need to paint like a straight line for the reflection. Okay, it's like it's broken. Let me do a zoom in for you. See how the lines are broken? Hi, Chrissy again. So let me keep adding some strokes. And I am like mirroring, like I can imagine like what part of this hill is reflecting into the water. Sorry. Okay, let's keep adding some water reflection. And it's better to start with a very soft color and then add more color. A little stronger, some strokes more straight color. Okay. And we want to see through. You don't want to cover everything. So this is what I did in this part. So I mirror part of the like heel, and also I mirror part of the trees. Okay. Let me do zoom out again because I want you guys to see the complete picture. Okay, more zoom out, a little more. Okay, better. So here we have the house light is ready, the reflection is ready. So let's add some highlights or shadows with your flat brush. Grab some of the blue with a little bit of water, and these are going to be more close to you. More water, more blue. Yes, this paint is about that, about the movement of the water, and this is very peaceful, like part of the ocean, right? But if you notice, this is a movement that I'm doing, and I'm touching the paper just with the tip of my brush. Shadows will help your eye to complete what's going on there, okay? So with your tiny brush, we're going to paint some eagles. So again, I'm going to do again a zoom in, and the eagles are going to be close to the sun. I'm grabbing just with the tip of my brush, and I'm taking care about the water. So I'm going to add 1, 2, paint, 3, and what about tiny ones here? 3. Okay, let me do a zoom out. And show you more the detail of the painting. So I'm going to use to revisit with my number 0 round. This part I want to have it like darker, but I am taking care that I don't paint the light line that we clean. And with my tiny one, just I want to correct the tip of the shore. Okay. Adding a little more light strokes into the water. So this is a paint. Just the most important part is, as I told you, the lines, the tape, and first paint one part and move and go back as many times as you need. Let's peel the tape just to see the clean frame around the painting. And I want to share something, a good tip with you guys. The tape that I'm using, I think is one of the best tapes ever, and is the one that is like a medical, the one that the doctors use. So I bought it in Amazon. It's a surgical tape, micropore. It's super good, guys. I totally recommend you. It keep the watercolor, stop the watercolor really good. Okay guys, so I hope you like it. If you are interested in participating in my Patron, this is my Patron, and to come and check my Patron out to see all the things that we work inside Patron. If you like this video, would you like to give me a like? Thank you so much for your support. Here, because I want to say hi to you. Yes, I'm here. So thank you so much for coming today, guys. I really appreciate all of you, and let's keep sharing what we love to do, that is painting. Love you guys. Thank you.